What is up, TTM Nation? TTM Troy here from TTMautograph.com, and I wanted to tell you about a project that I am starting as of today. It is June 23rd, 2024, and this project is going to be maybe a little controversial because some of you or some of the fellow TTM community may think that it is going just a little bit too far. Might be a waste of money, might be a waste of time, may not put the hobby maybe in a good view. I don't know. They're just saying it might be a little controversial, but let me tell you what that is. Okay, so I recently bought another pack of 2023 Topps Baseball. This is the retail set. There you go. Just like that. Okay, and what this project is actually going to be, if you have listened to the TTM cast for the past couple weeks, we have had some questions about top signers and which teams actually do return or forward on mail and this, that, and the other. And, I keep repeating the same thing that I always do where, Tigers, probably you won't get anything. Rockies, you may not get anything. And, just kind of some of the teams that I have seen over the years that have not either forwarded fan mail at all or have just been pretty bad signers, to be honest with you. And back in, I want to say maybe 5 or 6 years ago, it might have been more than that, I actually did like this little thing where I did the TTM hot list. And that was where I went through all of the spring training successes that pretty much everybody posts and put together a hot list of who was signing, who was not signing, and then that would kind of give an idea during the season. But what this project is going to be with the 2023 Topps Series 1 set, and this is why it might be a little controversial, is I am going to send, or attempt to send, every card in this set out to the players to be autographed. So this is 660 cards. You might think that maybe there's about 500, 550 maybe unique players in this set. There's also obviously team cards and things like that, which would be interesting to send out. But I am attempting to send out all of these cards before the end of the season, ideally before the end of July is kind of what I'm hoping for, to make sure that they get out there. And it's gonna hit people's mailboxes fairly late in the season, and I realize that. But why this could be controversial is that there are some opinions in the community that just sending off to people that you don't know anything about is kind of ruining the hobby. And I don't believe that. I send out a lot of things that to people that I don't know, and then that would, when I get them back, it's like, oh, I want to look up their stats. I want to look up something about them, and that actually causes me to actually try to get to know that player, person, celebrity, whatever, a little bit better. But there are some people that think that sending out to people that you don't know is actually ruining the hobby and flooding mailboxes and stuff like that. So that is why this might be a little controversial. But I am actually looking forward to giving you the successes as they come in, and I will try to keep account out of what I get out of this 2023 series sets. Now, I do have a strategy, and that is to use my beast mode organizer, and I actually just made a new one, and I will release a video on that here in a little bit. But basically what it is a shoe organizer that goes over your closet door or whatever, and it has 35 pockets, and that is enough for each team to have its own pocket, okay? And so what I do is I load up a bunch of TTMs for every team into this little organizer, and then I take just a few per day. So I take like 2 envelopes out of each team per day and mail those. And then I wait 2 or 3 days, and then I do the same thing again. And so that, what that does is it actually spaces out the TTMs for weeks. I don't really have months to do this time, but weeks. And by doing that, I'm not flooding a team with 12 or more TTMs at any one time. And I also am varying the envelopes a little bit. So I'm not using just white envelopes. I'm using a combination of white and the brown ones that I did a video on a few weeks ago. Actually, I didn't do a video. I think I just kind of mentioned it on the TTM cast. But I have these brown envelopes that I'm going to be using as well. So I'm kind of varying the envelope size and the envelopes and whether it's a handwritten return address or a regular one, stuff like that, so as to just kind of spread out the TTM requests over several weeks, and in this case, probably a little bit more than a month. And hopefully by doing that, the front office or whoever won't see a big stack of TTMs from the same address, aka me, and actually distribute those. And I do realize that this is kind of throwing money away. It will cost probably over $800 in postage by the time I am done. Obviously, there are some superstars in here like Shohei Ohtani that will probably not sign, but I kind of just want to see how long it takes for that to get sent back to me, whether I ever see it again, stuff like that. And I am tracking all of these, actually both on Star Tiger as well as Sports Card Forum. And then maybe at the end of the year or so, I will do a recap of what I have gotten in and kind of go through everything, how many I got back, how many I got back returned, stuff like that. But as you know, these could keep coming in for years as people go through their mail in the off season, maybe next year at spring training or next year when the teams get back together again. You just never know when these are going to come back or if they're going to come back at all. So that is the 2023 Topps Retail 660 card set project. And I think it's pretty ambitious to try to get all of these out, especially trying to space them out starting here at the end of June and finish by the end of July. And it's going to take a lot of writing. No surprise here, I do use a form letter, and but you still have to research who they are, print the letters out, address the envelopes, get everything set, buy the postage, which is going to be it's going to go on a nice little credit card. So it is going to be expensive, and it may be for naught, but hopefully we will see once and for all how many returns that I get from current players, and maybe that will help you next year when you are actually doing this again, either in spring training or the regular season. It'll give you kind of a idea of who signed the previous year and a global view and a pretty much definitive view of who signed, because I would have sent out every single card from this set. So hopefully you stick around for that. If this upsets you, I'm sorry. But it's something that I just thought would be fun. And if you would like to know more about the Beast Mode sorter that I am making, please check out my videos. I think I'm going to release both of these videos around the same time, but if I don't, it'll just come a few days later, and you can check that out. It's kind of a neat little strategy that I've used in the past, and I finally upgraded to a 35 pocket over door hanger. That allows me to have a pocket for every team, and then some oddball ones, for coaches or umpires or whatever you have there. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And as I'm so fond of saying, and I hope that mine is this as well, may your mailboxes be full and your stamps forever. Bye-bye.